appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
No problem, man.
I'll wear this.
Yeah.
I love DX.
Manchester, the prime card. Can I get your name and profession, please?
Dillon Danis, and I am a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter.
Dillon Danis showed up. Kyle didn't believe you.
Yeah, no one believed it, but I was just telling him, like, 2 guys just pulled out this weekend, and no one says anything about it. I pulled out 1 fight in my whole life after 2 knees and surgeries, like, and everybody was like, he's not going to show up. I never pulled out anything my whole life, so. I mean, I was thinking sexual there, but.
Pause.
Yeah, exactly. But I never pulled out of a jiu-jitsu match. I never pulled out of anything. I never pulled out of an MMA fight besides when I blew out my knee. So people can't talk shit. That was just all manufactured bullshit. So I'm here. Logan's not here. We'll see.
Now, let's talk about this because there's big production. And speaking of big production and a link to WWE, you and I are both old school. I mean, it was WWF back in the day.
You got me the shirt.
I did, bro. I did. I got you the DX jersey.
It's very cool, actually. I'm very happy about this. And it's cool that you thought about it and you gifted me this. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you.
Well, yeah. I mean, I seen the Austin shirt. I seen the Sandman shirt all week.
Yeah, you like Sandman, right?
This kind of feels like an Austin versus Vince McMahon with you and Logan Paul.
I thought Austin. You can go Vince McMahon. I thought Austin Rock. That build up because the storyline with me, him, Jake goes so far back. Like if someone actually made a documentary on it, it's pretty crazy. So the storyline is awesome. That's why the KSI fight meant nothing. There was no storyline. I like the build up. I like the storyline. Like Khabib and Conor, that storyline made that fight. So this storyline for this fight is why it sells. That's why no one cares about the KSI Tommy fight because there's no storyline. It's just like okay, he's fighting him. I mean, maybe you could say because he beat Jake, but there's no storyline here. This storyline sells, and it's going to do huge numbers.
Did you realize how big your Twitter and your social media was going to pop off like it did? Because, like, for me, it really set in when you posted the video and she was like, I need a sausage, and it got, like, a ridiculous amount of views.
Like 200 million or something. I can't talk too much about it because of lawsuits, but...
Right.
I think MMA people know I know how to sell. You know what I mean? I think people are getting behind me because I think when you're on Twitter and you don't see someone, it's a little bit harder to get behind them. He's like, oh, these guys just talking shit. But now when I'm doing press conferences, I'm doing interviews, I'm fighting, people are like, oh, this guy's fucking entertaining. This is awesome. So I think it's a little bit different. I think you could agree with that. Like when you're talking behind the keyboard, I guess you could say behind the keyboard. Obviously, I was hurt and there's obviously things going on. But I think when people see you in real life, now everybody wants me to win. Everybody's getting behind me. Everybody sees my personality. And they love me, so I never changed. And that's the thing about Logan. He's the bad guy trying to act like a good guy. I'm the bad guy that keeps who I am, So I think that's why people like me.
What do you think about that turnaround? Because there was a lot of people that were like, Dillon's just this troll, and now everybody's trying to jump on the Dillon Danis bandwagon.
Yeah, I know, it is. But, I mean, I think it's because I never changed. I never turned heel. I mean, I never turned good guy. I just been me, So I think that's why people like me. They like I'm fucking just worked out, but they like me being authentic. And I don't think Logan's authentic, and I think it's very easy to see. It's very easy to see that he's fake and he's putting on the show. And when we did the face-to-face, like I've been around real fighters my whole life. That was an actor. That wasn't a fighter. That was literally like George Clooney in a fucking like a role or something like that. It was so unintimidating, and it was so. I don't know, man. I actually felt like so much more confident after seeing him. Like he has nothing to him in his eyes, I can't wait to do the face-off. I wish we did the face-off that day. They didn't let me because I threw a chair, but tomorrow should be good. It should be fun.
And you're speaking clearly to me. Let's just point this out because that video he put out of you like stuttering, that was edited like crazy.
I talked about this on Schultz. Like when you're doing that long, so me and him did like I think it was an hour and a half, 2 hours. Me and Schultz did 4 hours. If you put every single time, all of us stuttered, it would look bad. I get it. Yeah. I mean, he was just trying to like clown me or whatever. It is what it is. I don't really mind. That shit doesn't bother me. Listen, if you're going to give it out, you got to be able to take it. And I think that's why people like me too. Then he can't do that. That's why his comments are turned off on Twitter because he can't handle the fucking criticism. I can take it. I can roll with the jokes. You see people fuck with me all the time. I don't get mad. It is what it is. If you the worst kind of person, I think in anything, even when you were in middle school or high school, is the guy that can't take the jokes back. The guy that gives out the jokes and then he goes into a ball and gets mad, tries to fight or some bullshit. But I take it back. So if I'm going to give it, I'll take it.
Do you think Conor McGregor is going to show up this weekend?
Yes.
100%?
I could say 75, 80, but I mean, he's a busy man, obviously. I think he's like in the south of France right now. But I think he is, but yeah.
And then can I get in a little bit of detail about the training with Plinio and Alex Pereira?
Yeah, it was awesome. There was only one person here that watched it. If you want to bring them in, he'll tell you what happened.
Who was it?
Yeah, Chris. Oh, where's he at? Chris. Yeah, cut a promo. Yeah, I'm joking. Come here.
No.
He was asking me how.
I got a question. I got
Because
to.
people are not gonna believe me.
Sure. I got to
How
know.
was the training
Yeah,
with
how
Alex?
was his training with Coach Plinio and Alex Pereira?
Oh, it was amazing.
We went hard. People keep
yeah,
saying, "Yeah, go ahead. You can take the mic. Go ahead."
No, without giving too much away, Alex, he was throwing heat. He was throwing some cracks in there, and Dillon was hanging in there. He even surprised me. I've never really seen him go with such like a world champion at that high level, like with Alex, and how he was going.
People
was
keep saying
very
he was taking it
impressive.
easy on me.
It was very impressive.
We were going hard.
They were going hard.
But he was cracking, bro. He was cracking. He even told me he was trying to put me down with body shots into the head. Like after he was like, I'm very surprised. But yeah, he was cracking. Like if I would have put my hand down, there's a couple of times that he maybe knocked me out. Like he throws, man. He fucking throws. Even when he's just throwing his light punches, he goes to the hard punches. But the one thing I respect about Alex a lot is that I don't like to say I helped him, but I came and trained with him for the on fight, and he came back and drove all the way from Connecticut to help me for this fight. Oh, wow. So that's really cool of him. I really respect that. But yeah, he helped me a lot, and he showed me actually a lot of good strategies and a lot of stuff that I can use in this fight.
Listen, last one for me, brother. I won't keep you too long. I know you got a busy schedule.
Yeah.
What do you have to say that? Sorry, what do you have to say to everybody that's doubted you, everybody that's been like, oh, Dillon isn't going to show up.
Yeah.
You're here now, the fight's going to happen. What do you got to say to those people?
I think the best thing in fighting or anything in life is people talking about you, because the worst thing is when no one says anything. So I'll take it. I'll take everything on the chin. I'm about to go prove myself on Saturday. So there's fighters out there that fight their whole lives and they're in the UFC and no one even talks about them. There's people talking about me. I haven't fought in 4 years. Even Joe Rogan said, I don't know how he does it, but he does it. So keep talking about me.
And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you.
Suck it. Look at you saying that. That was awesome.
Yeah, we'll get a picture real quick.